we are, the source of all Street Fighter strategy, Capcom headquarters in Northern California. Okay, so you played Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the Super NES system, or the Special Champion Edition on the Sega Genesis system. And you've gotten pretty good. But since you're a cut above most players, being pretty good doesn't cut it. To be the best, you could have spent a fortune you don't have learning the moves on your own in the arcades. Or you could have spent time you don't have figuring out the moves off the printed page. But you've decided to check out this strategy video instead. Because we're not just going to show you combinations and strategies for both the Super NES and the Sega Genesis systems. We're going to find out ways to make you think like a winner by talking with experts on Street Fighter strategy. Like this guy, Tomohiro. Tomo's the #1 ranked Street Fighter player in the US, and he's created most of the combos and strategies on this tape, and we're going to meet him. Let's go. As you can see, they weren't exactly expecting this. You can learn the basic moves that we'll be talking about by reviewing the manual that came with the game. The characters you'll be seeing on screen appear in the same order in the manual. Cool. By the way, these combos and strategies are for intermediate and advanced players. But with a little practice, anyone can learn from them, no matter what level you are at right now. So don't be discouraged if you don't get this stuff on the first try. Because hey, you can always rewind this video and review, right? You can always rewind this video and review, right? Check out some of this introductory stuff while I dig up an expert.
Introductory stuff.
These moves will work regardless of which direction your character is facing. Remember, the examples you are about to see are in slow motion, so when you actually play, you have to do them much faster.
For the purposes of this video, these punch buttons will be referred to as jab, strong, and fierce. These kick buttons will be called short, forward, and roundhouse. Ducking and standing kicks or punches will be called low and high kicks or punches. And now here's our first Street Fighter warrior. This is no time for false modesty. After years of devotion and self-denial, my offense and defense abilities are flawless. Observe my improved fireball, the unequaled power of my dragon punch, and my hurricane kick, which is indestructible for brief moments, and which I can now execute in mid-air. Little wonder that I am Grand Champion of all Street Fighters. For those who would oppose me, I feel only pity. You can use this combo on big characters. Jump at your opponent with a late fierce by hitting the fierce button at the last possible moment before contact. Add another low or high fierce, then a fireball directly after that. Here's the replay. Attack your opposition with a late fierce, then follow with a low forward kick. Then set your hurricane kick in motion with the forward button. Here's the move in real time. Get as close as possible to your opponent, then jump with a late fierce punch, followed by a low forward kick, followed by a dragon punch. This powerful big character combo has been formulated exclusively for this video. Jump at your opponent with a late roundhouse kick. Then as soon as you land, jump again. On your way up, hit your opponent again with another roundhouse, then immediately follow with a hurricane kick. To help you with the timing, here's the replay in real time. This is another big character move. Jump at your opponent with a late fierce punch. Strike again with a high fierce, then decimate your enemy with an immediate hurricane kick. Against Dalsim, get as close as possible and throw low short kicks. Here's what happens when Dalsim tries to attack. Dalsim's only alternative is to drill, but if he tries that, counter with a hurricane kick. This is one of the rare instances where an early fierce is called for. In this big character move, you will jump at your opponent and press early fierce. Thinking he can counter you, your opponent will try a move, never suspecting that you will go into a hurricane kick in midair before you land. And now the replay. After knocking down Ken or Roo, jump in with a short kick. When you land, perform a jab dragon punch. If your opponent blocks it, he will usually try a lower roundhouse kick as you land, but you'll be just out of reach. When they miss you, you can use either a low roundhouse kick or a throw. When you knock down an opponent, wait for the exact moment to jump in with a short. When you land, either immediately throw or execute a low forward fireball combo.
Found somebody. Eric Suzuki is a Street Fighter specialist here at Capcom. He's got a special Roo combo for us. Hey, what's it called, Eric?
It's called Roo's Triple Hit Dragon Punch, Danny. Here, cut to a game screen and I'll talk you through it.
You got it.
Jump at your opponent right behind the neck with a roundhouse, landing on the other side with a late fierce. Then do a jab dragon punch. It's good for 3 continuous hits. Here's the move in real time.
That was great. Hey, thanks a lot, Eric.
Hey, no problem. So, I hear you know Tomo.
Are you kidding? Tomo and I are like that. I'm sort of like his Yoda when it comes to Street Fighter. I taught him a lot of his cooler moves. I mean, you can't really see me, but I'm over here to the left.
Yeah, right.
I'm right here.
What I lack in speed on the ground or in the air, I make up for in attack power. I also have very good reach on jump kicks and standing roundhouse, rendering much punishment to my enemies. Also useful are my grabs, an invincible sumo headbutt, not to mention my famous 100-hand slap. Yeah! This is another big character combo. Jump at your opponent and hit high with a late fierce punch, then a high strong, then hit low with a low fierce punch. Jump at your opponent with a late fierce punch, then press the strong punch and jab buttons repeatedly as fast as you can, activating the 100-hand slap. This costs an opponent a lot of energy to block. If at all possible, use this move after you knock your opponent down. Press the forward kick button when you jump behind your opponent's neck. When you land, immediately execute a low forward kick while hitting the jab and strong punch buttons rapidly and repeatedly to do the 100-hand slap. Here's the move in real time. E Honda may be down, but he isn't necessarily out. Get up again with the sumo headbutt by pressing the jab button. When you see an opponent charging at you, counter the attack by pressing forward and the jab button at the same time. Jump behind the neck with the forward kick button. At the precise instant that you land on your opponent, press high strong, then throw your opponent immediately. Keep your opponents guessing by performing the first 2 moves, but finishing up with an unexpected low, fierce punch when your opponent stands up to try to throw you.